Alright. I'm very excited for this. I'm probably the only person in the world that gets excited by Gloomhaven speedrunning, but I think it'll be fun. So, I've made a route for this that goes through 30 different levels. It beats all 3 of the main storylines. The only problem is that it takes like 8-ish hours to do, and I don't have that kind of time to sit and play a game for 8 hours straight. So, I've decided to do a different kind of speedrun. It's called a segmented run. I'm allowed to play level 1 as many times as I want. Once I get a really good one that I'm very happy with, I will make a save. Then I can load that save and play level 2 as many times as I want until I get another really good one, make a save, and then just continue for every level, and then edit them all together afterwards. So, that is not what this is. This is going to be a failed attempt at level 1. I still haven't gotten my perfect level 1 that I'm super happy with, but I wanted to put it together, see what the final product's kind of going to look like, see what it's going to be like to try to do commentary afterwards, test out the editing, and all of that jazz. So, just for myself, I'm going to do a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. And we are off. So we're going to be playing on Assisted Frosthaven, go, on hard difficulty with the solo mode rules. So, solo mode in this game adds like half a level of difficulty, meaning on level 1 with +1 difficulty, we're going to be facing level 2 monsters. So, starting off with personal quests, we're making a Blink Blade and a Drifter. Our Blink Blade's personal quest is to loot 8 different types of lumber and then go on a side quest. And our Drifter got Dangerous Game. He needs to kill 2 Algox guards, 2 robotic bolt shooters, and 2 lurker claw crushers. Then our Deathwalker got the personal quest to loot 5 different types of herbs. 5 unique herbs. Now, you might be thinking it's very, very weird to play with 3 characters. Isn't that definitely slower than 2? And yes, it would be, but we will just be playing 2. I just made the Deathwalker now because I had already seen 4 of the personal quests, and I knew that none of those were the one that I was looking for. So my odds were very good to draw it nice and fast. Took out Hit and Run, Overdrive, and Borrowed Time. And then I'm not supposed to take out Relentless here on the Drifter, no. So I don't know how I ended up making this mistake. Makes me feel very foolish. I just grabbed the wrong card, which I literally, in all of my attempts leading up to this, I never made that mistake, so I don't know how it happened. It's also really weird for me right now. I don't have the sound because I'm recording this and I don't want to have doubled audio, but it feels weird to not have it. Taking out the Deathwalker cards, but that's not super important because she won't be coming to level 1. When it comes to starting items, we're going to be going for a Poison Dagger. I accidentally shuffled them like an idiot. I've also never made that mistake. I don't know what was going on with me on this attempt here. But most of the RNG worked out pretty well. Anyway, we're going with a Poison Blade and Winged Shoes. I think those are both very standard and pretty self-explanatory. And then on Drifter, we're doing Boots of Speed, which might be pretty... It's a unique choice, I think. I don't think that very many people grab that on their Drifter. The thing is, Drifter's only going to play a couple levels, and those Boots of Speed are just really, really nice to be able to underspeed robotic bolt shooters and Algox priests. When it comes to battle goals, we got Streamliner on Blink Blade. That's the only thing that really matters. So we just need to finish with 5 or more cards in our hand or discard, and that is like guaranteed. It's very, very easy. And we are on to level 1. So Blink Blade and Drifter are the 2 that are going to be playing here. We need to make sure that we kill 2 Algox guards on Drifter, as that's part of his retirement goal quest. And this is the only level he will play that has those. So Algox Archer is going to go first, move up and hit the city guard, then the Algox guard is going to move forward and hit the Drifter. We're going to activate Crushing Weight and Relentless, so we add +2 to all of our melee attacks, and we have Retaliate 2, Range 2 on our Drifter. Blink Blade gets to do double attacks because it has Sap Speed to attack with the top and Temporal Displacement to hit with the bottom. Unfortunately, with my 2 attack 2s, I only dealt 1 damage, which is very poor. So bad RNG already. And now on to level 2. Or turn 2 is when things will start going a little bit better. So we're going to pop the Winged Shoes at the very beginning. We're moving with Kinetic Transfer here, so it's a move 4, make all adjacent enemies suffer 1, and then attacking with Cascading Reaction and the Poison Dagger. So with his 1 shield, we'll deal 2 damage to him, give him the poison and the wound, which is nice because he needs to be healing himself here. Archer, unfortunately, doesn't take very much damage. I was hoping for a little bit more so that she would be dying to wound. But that doesn't really happen. Priest suffers damage. We're going to use the Loss on Violent Inheritance here on the Drifter to move forward and attack at range. Decided to throw it into the Archer. Normally I attack the guard, but since the Archer has a lot of health, That didn't really work out for me. Then we move a tick forward to give Fortitude some range, since it has Pierce that goes into the Priest and is able to pick up the kill, and then we just get a little bit of Retaliate damage onto that Outbox Guard. So normally at the end of turn 2, it's either the Guard or the Archer that is still alive, but normally they are much, much, much closer to dead than this. So Blinkblade here really just wants to get the loot, so I'm going to do move 1, loot 1 with experimental adjustment here. And then we get to move, get an experience with Twin Strike. I'm realizing here that I only gave myself 1 experience from Cascading Reaction on the previous turn. And we get to do an attack 3. And then Bloodletting here with the Drifter would be an attack 5. If we get a kill, we get to move our Crushing Weight back a tick. But because of the -2, I did not pick up that kill. And we can see why this is not the final level 1 attempt that I will be going with. But in the hour or so that I was doing attempts this morning, this was the best one that I got. So Blinkblade is really not important here. It's just going to be moving towards the next room. Drifter's just going to do a default attack and then move and move to heal 2 with Vile Assault. And then we're going to be running No Remorse here to heal the Blinkblade on this next turn, along with a Drive Recharge to get the Blinkblade up to 4 time tokens. And we also get the Bless in our deck, which is really nice, and the Ward. Everything about Drive Recharge is just really, really nice to use in between rooms. Also, we played 2 losses in this first room, so it would be really ideal if my battle goal could be either Miser, where you have to pick up all of the loot, or the one where you have 2 lost cards in your discard, or 2 cards in your lost pile at the start of your first rest, but that was not neither of those were the options I got here. So Blurry Jab is actually the card that we lose on the first rest cycle, which is kind of crazy. We didn't even play it in the first rest cycle. Blurry Jab is like one of your default, just like best, most amazing cards, but we didn't play it. Because things went really poorly with killing the guard, Drifter had to do a short rest rather than a long rest, but we didn't have to use our boots anyway, so it didn't matter that much. It's just the difference of 2 health. So we're opening the door with a loss on No Remorse here. It's a move 3, attack for 5, move 2. So attack for 5 is going to get 5 damage here. We're going to move towards this Archer so that we force the guards to group up. And then attack with Vile Assault. So this is attack for 4 poison. It's going to deal 3 damage. And then we'll have attack for 4 wound, but it's attack for 5 because of the poison that's on him. And we draw a +1, so we get 6 damage and a wound. And keep in mind, we do have that Retaliate ticker on. So that Archer is going to die as soon as he attacks us. We move forward with Kinetic Transfer to make that guard suffer a damage. Hit him with Twin Strike to get him down to 1 health. Move, grab the experience, and hit with Twin Strike again, and draw that Bless to get 6 damage out. So a ton of damage out from Blinkblade on that turn already. And then the guards are moving and attacking and strengthening themselves here. So 2 of the guards are going to be hitting Drifter. This guy with 1 health is going to kill himself on the Retaliate, which is very kind of him. Do appreciate that. Also, that is the second guard that we killed with Drifter, because we killed 1 in the first room. So, keeping up with that personal quest. And the guards will give themselves strengthen. This Archer has multi-target, but he's going to hit the Drifter first. Draws out that Bless. We have to lose a card so that we don't die, but Drifter has 12 cards, and we've only played 3 losses. So we're fine. Well, counting the 2 we played this turn, we've played 5, and we lost a card to damage, and we've rested, so 5 cards left, but it's not a big deal. Blinkblade gets to go for a really cool turn here, where we Power Leak to go at 17 speed and play Sand in the Hourglass to pay an additional time token, but get to play an additional card. But it's Drifter first, so we should do Drifter first. I was thinking that I would use Fortitude, move up to the Priest and use Fortitude. The problem is that has a chance to kill him, and then my card glitched out here, which was annoying. But instead, I decided to make Fortitude a ranged attack by moving forward my Relentless ticker 1. Because I did not want to kill this Priest. Blinkblade is very, very likely to kill all of his targets here. So we're going to poison ourselves with Power Leak. First attack this top guy and kill him, and then attack the guy on the right. Throw the Poison Dagger onto him just to increase the odds that we kill. I'm missing 1 damage because we got a +1. If the game will let me do it. And then we heal ourselves for 2 with Sand in the Hourglass, so that'll remove the poison that we got. We pay an additional time token to play Sap Speed, which gives us an advantaged attack, and it turns out we needed that poison to get the kill. And then the Priest is just going to move forward and heal, so no big deal there. On our final turn with Blinkblade, we get to play Move 2, Loot 2, Move 2, Loot 2. And then Drifter is just going to get back its Pierce card, because that has our highest base damage. And I totally screwed up with the order here. Obviously, I just want to go as fast as I can. I have my boots if the priest gets his 9 speed card, but that did not end up happening. So Blinkblade does move 1, loot 1, and then move 2, loot 1. So we get 5 loot tokens on the final turn. It's just very important to build up those resources as much as possible in the early game. And then even with a -1, that is enough for Fortitude to get the kill for the Drifter. And we finally got a singular herb. We didn't get the Snow Thistle that's also available in certain Scenario 1. Which I think is kind of bad, because I do want an early poison potion, which requires a Snow Thistle, but it's not the end of the world. So right here, I'm just moving my Drifter, because Drifter won't be playing the next scenario. I should probably wait to do this until the downtime phase. That just makes a little bit more sense, because that's when your sub-characters in and out of the party. Both my characters did accomplish their battle goals, so they'll get a check mark. I don't think I ever mentioned it, but Drifters was to be targeted by 3 attacks on the same turn, which did happen as soon as we opened the door. So we pass a week in town. And we set the morale to 5 since none of our city guards died. Now, we randomized the outpost deck. Now, as an anti-cheating measure, I decided to show the order of the outpost deck. Because if I didn't do that, once I save, I could just go in, change the order of all of the cards, then make a new save that nobody sees, and then when I load the next scenario, have the deck stacked in my favor. So instead, we randomize it, show the order, just so that everyone can know exactly what it is. I have no idea how I didn't place the Deathwalker centered there, but I did not. But the next scenario will be a Blinkblade and a Deathwalker scenario. Because they can get through it very quickly. And then the final thing we have to do here in town, we bought a Spyglass on the Blinkblade for a singular medal during downtime. And then during the building phase, we are going to make upgrade the Craftsman, which will get a Prosperity. And that is that. Yeah. So, it's very, very difficult. It's very difficult to try to talk through this. I'm not sure how that came out. But, you know, we'll have to see. Even if I don't ever end up making a video out of it, because it was a lot of editing for me to put all the cards on and everything. Even if I don't ever end up making a video out of it, I'm probably going to do a segmented run just for myself, just to see what my final time ends up being. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know if I should be working on this, or if I should just keep blank levels on the playthrough that, you know, I'm already close to finished with, but not quite there.